Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku was Zuko reincarnation. This is we're gonna give a little information before we start our story off for today. Izuku, aka Zuko, I'll probably be referring to him Zuko. I'll be using the name Zuko in this. So yeah, Izuku's gonna drop the whole name entirely and pick the mantle of Zuko. But let's get on his cork name. Now I decided to let's see I decided it's going to be a cryokinesis type of ability. He'll still use his powers like he would if he was, if he had firebending. He also has, I'm giving him firebending as well. I name his cork Red Dragon, but the firebending stuff won't get into that's going to go into the more of the Midoriya's family history, so we're not going to get into that. So we'll start our episode off now. Before we start, we're going to go to he's screw it, I'm gonna give him firebending as well. So when Izuku was a kid, he has never met his family. He was always be on the go, always one orphanage after another. He never met his parents. He doesn't even know he's Japanese. He knows he's Japanese, but he doesn't know that he actually, originally came from Japan. Until over the years that he got shipped off to Russia. As we cut to the main timeline, where are we at? As the locker opens up, as there's a mirror inside the locker, as you see this picture where Zuko is touching his right side of his face. It's the face that's burned. On the side of the face the side of his face that his eyes are red. His one eye is red. As he gently, go across his scar. As you see a 14-year-old Izuku, as all you could hear in the background is his name being chanted, as there are loud banging noises, as all you hear is Zuko, Zuko, as he closes the locker, as he cracks his neck, as he walks out into the arena, as it's a underground cork, it's an underground cork fight, as there's a lot of money involved, as the crowd's chanting his name, as he sees a man standing in the middle of the ring, waiting for the fight. As the crowd cheers, as Zuko's became the fan favorite. He's had to be in these tournaments on underground fights to survive. He left the orphanage. They were connected to the some unsavory people. So he bailed as soon as he found out, as he knows he's a smart kid. He has street smarts. He knows that he would end up dead at some point if he stick with them, because a lot of the kids were disappearing. So he took off in the middle of the night, and he started doing underground fights to get by. As the match begins, as the man gets in a stance, as ice starts forming onto his hands, as Zuko, smiles, as Zuko rushes the man, as Zuko goes for a kick, as a burst of fire shoots out of his feet, as it hits the man, as he goes flying into the sorry, as the man goes flying, gets implanted into the wall. Zuko just stands there, waiting for him, as his hands behind his back, in our posture, just waiting for him to get out of the wall. As the man finally gets out of the wall, as he starts cursing at Zuko. As Zuko sighs, as the man, comes rushing at Zuko. As Zuko parries one of his attacks, as he flat palm him. Oh, sorry, as he strikes a palm strike, as fire emanate from his palm, as the man goes flying, as Zuko appeared right in front of the man in mid-flight, grabbed his hair and slammed him into the ground, as he has his foot on his neck. Looks up to the crowd, as all the crowd says, "Kill, kill," as they all chant "kill" over and over again, as they're pounding on their feet on the ground of, what they're sitting on. Don't kill me. Nothing personal. A guy has to eat. As he immediately, a burst of fire charring the man, as the crowd roar, as they start chanting Zuko, Zuko over and over again. As Zuko leaves, as he walks away from the corpse, as he has his hands behind his back, as he's walking to the locker room, as he gets dressed, as he gets to he talks to the head, the bookie, who books the fights, and as he hands him a lot of money. "Nice job, kid. Keep up the good work, Zuko. After all, you're the fan favorite around here. Our very own Red Dragon." As Izuki grabs the money, as he doesn't say much. "Next time, bring me someone worth my time. I don't mind getting paid. That's a nice bonus. But find someone that's worth my skills." As the guy's like, "You cocky little shit. I like it. I'll contact you if we have a special challenge. But I bet you there's some folks that want to challenge you. After all, you are the top of the leaderboard, our champion, so someone's gonna knock on your door eventually." "Very well." As Zuko walks off. As Zuko walks to his place he's been staying in, it's a old abandoned family house that he's not familiar with the family. As there's a large Fire Nation symbol. As Izuki steps to one of the bookcases, as he pulls out as he there's a lamp on the wall or whatever, as he pulls the lever off the metal, as the bookcase comes apart, as light starts to flicker, as Zuko goes down the stairs, as he picks up very old books about firebending, as he's been researching about it, and he found out the stuff actually works, at least for him, as he found it very easy, like second nature, as he's been studying upon these documents of firebending. But unknowns to Izuku, he's been staying at his family house unknowingly. The Midoriya has abandoned that property a long time ago. The Midoriya family, it's very old. They're a very old hero family. That's they are from Japan. They don't really leave Japan anymore. They strictly contain themselves in Japan. They don't the outside world outside of Japan no longer interests the family. A couple of days has passed as Zuko's as he's meditating in the middle of the room, as there's a knock on the door. As Zuko walks up, as it's the bookie. Oh, you're good, my boy. May I come in? You may enter. I have a I have a special request. A special fight. It's it's out of the normal. It's not your normal job. How much does it pay? Quite a bit, actually. There is this thing called the Cork Blast Tournament, I think. It's somewhere in Japan. I never heard of it. But a contact came in a contact me and said that's a good way to there's a betting system in their underworld with that tournament. We could definitely profit quite a bit, my boy. What do you say? Man, you say? Indeed, my boy. Indeed. Very well. When do we leave? Immediately. I have a private jet ready for us. Very well, sir. Follow me, Zuko. Now these tournaments, there's no killing, so at least you don't have to do that. Zuko gives him a cold stare, like he doesn't care. Suppose you don't. Let's go. As they get into the car, as a private jet is waiting for them, as the man opens the door for Zuko as he walks in onto the jet. As this bookie that he's been doing a lot of work with his underground fights. He's a big player in the underworld, but he's not part of any organization. He's a man you don't mess with, though. Ever since, he's kind of took in Zuko a little bit. Not really took him in, but looked after him. And found out he has a powerful fire quirk after being attacked by some vicious wild wolves. Yeah, that got his attention as he got him involved in the underground fights. Zuko's well known in the underworld when it comes to his power and his sorry, and he's sorry. I'm trying to say this the correct way. His brutalness, as he's a very brutal fighter. We cut to the Midori residence as you see Inko just staring at the empty crib. As the room's quite dusty, as she made sure no one disturbed this room specifically. As you see an old man walks in right behind Inko. As Iroh puts his hand on his daughter's shoulder. Daughter, we'll find him. It's only a matter of time. We have our people searching. It's been 14 years, Dad. I'm starting to give up hope. As Iroh has a gentle smile. Never give up hope, daughter. Thanks, Dad. As I'm a train. I have to get ready for work eventually. As she sighs. As Inko is actually, I'm giving her a boost. So, yeah, she's OP as hell. I'm not going to get her firebending, but yeah, she has firebending on top of telekinesis. So the firebending, it's a family secret, but unknown to Iron and Inko, that their old manor in Russia. Yeah, they had no idea about the hidden room that Izuku found. Well, Zuko now. He never knew his name. Yeah, he took the mantle of Zuko. That's what everyone called him after his first match at the underground tournament or the underground fights. As Inko is actually the number 2 hero. Yeah, she beat Endeavor because she's a lot more friendlier, and she's a better people person when it comes to it. But with all fire people, she has her moments where she's angry, like she has an anger problem as well. But with her dad Iroh, even her out, it's a very rare occasion. Only when you extremely piss her off, where she wants you dead. The Midoriya family has been the ranking of number two hero has been in their family for generations. So yeah, they keep that second ranking locked down. Inko doesn't care about being number one or second or third, but Iron, finds it hilarious just to irritate Endeavor because Iroh doesn't like Endeavor one bit. But unknowns to Inko, her son is actually just arrived into Japan. They're officially in the same country. As the private jet lands, as there's a limousine waiting for them. As Izuku and the bookie gets into the Izuku just calls him the Izuku just calls him the bookie. That's his nickname. Izuku doesn't know his true name. As everyone calls him the bookie. That's all everyone knows him by. And whoever does know his name is probably not alive anymore. Either from old age or the man killed him. Killed them. Zuko doesn't know, doesn't care, and doesn't want to get into that. Zuko's not about other people's business. He keeps to himself. He wins his fights, earns his money, and keeps surviving. That's all Zuko does. Zuko is wearing this. That's in the thumbnail. As the limo stops at the front gate, as the man opens the gate, as they drive through. As Izuku sees a man waiting in front of the house with a woman around the same age. As Bookie gets out of the car, tells Zuko to follow. As Zuko was surprised to see the Bookie, stretch out the hand with the shake. As him and hello, Mr. Yaoyorozu, it's been a while. Oh, old friend, please, is this him? Yes, Mr. Yaoyorozu and Mrs. Yaoyorozu. This is Zuko. As Zuko bows. Old friend and Zuko, please follow me in my office. We have a lot to discuss. As they walk into Mr. Yaoyorozu's house. As he tells Bookie to sit down and Zuko as they sit down. Probably get into bare tax of things before we go any further. Bookie and Zuko. They nod. My daughter's her heart is set dead on winning this tournament next year. I want you, Zuko. You are the best. What Bookie has been telling me. In those underground tournaments. Don't worry, I'm not going to hold it against you. Bookie has told me about a little bit about your life, so I do understand why you went through those. Nevertheless, these tournaments, this Cork Blast tournament, it's always paired into two. So I want you to be my daughter's partner in this. Make sure she wins. Her winning this tournament will boost her credibility when she enters UA. My daughter was originally supposed to compete with the Todoroki girl, but she couldn't make it. Her family had a family emergency or something like that. I personally don't like the girl's dad, but the young lady's quite polite. As Mrs. Yaoyorozu's been staring at his scar. Zuko noticed that as he's like, Zuko's like, it's just, sorry. As Zuko looks at Mrs. Yaruzu, you need something, miss? And she's like, I'm sorry, it's your, scar. It's, what happened to you? As she's just being, the mother mode's activating as, like, how could such a thing happen to such a young man? It's all right, ma'am. I just got in a little tussle. That is all. As Buki knows that's a straight up lie. Let's continue on, shall we? As Mr. Yazurozu announce, as they get everything together, as Buki and Zuko leave to go to their hotel. Sorry, guys, I need a. Buki looks at Zuko, as does it still hurt, my boy? That it does, but as a reminder. You could have someone easily fix that. No, I need to have it. It's a reminder to never be weak. This is the consequence of me being weak. My boy, there is other reason why I wanted to take this little job. What's going on, sir? Apparently, my little organization got busted. I had to leave the country, and well, there's no longer a paycheck for you back in Russia. The fact that you're a known assailant of mine, if you went back to Russia, they would kill you. I pissed off the wrong people, apparently. So I messed with someone who's a lot more dangerous than myself. You're serious about this, aren't you? I wouldn't joke about the Zuko. Crap. Whatever. I'll deal with that when I get to it. I need to deal with this job that I have. Are you sure that monkey bags is good for it? Money bags, that's funny. Yeah, Mr. Irosi is well good for it. I've known him for years. And again, sorry for Mrs. Yarosi. She cares a little too much sometimes. I took no offense about it. Something like this has happened before. The scar and everything. I don't hide it, and I shouldn't hide it. I shouldn't hide it when I'm amidst the battle. Outside of that, who knows? As Zuko is just pondering on a couple ideas what he's going to do. As they see a lot of, advertisements of heroes. As Zuko's surprised because heroes are a lot more prominent in Japan than they're in Russia. There's heroes in Russia, but not to the extent of Japan. Because Russia, some parts of Russia is very, very cold. So, well, pretty much all of Russia, basically, I think. But I've never been, so I wouldn't know exactly. But I know Russia is quite cold. It's a quite cold country to live in. But Zuko. And Zuko looks at Buki as, but what you did for me back then, I did appreciate it. No problem, sir. Wasn't for you, Zuko, I would be a dead man. And the fact of what you went through, most of the tough guys in gangs and a lot, they would have broke immediately. But you, Zuko, you stood your ground. Of course, sir. You've been good to me. I wasn't going to betray you like that. As they get to the hotel, as they book a room, as Zuko walks into his room, as he had 2 rooms booked. As he walks in, as he lays on the bed, as he stares at the ceiling, thinking, how this cork blast tournament is going to be, and he still haven't met his partner in this whole tournament thing. But Zuko's not worried. He's far more powerful just alone to wipe the floor with whoever he's fighting against. As the sun rises, as the next day has progressed, that's normal. What happened with time and everything like that. So as Zuko gets a knock on the door, as it's Bookie, as they have to meet Mr. and Mrs. Yairozu at a little cafe, as he's officially going to meet their daughter. As they get into the vehicle, as they drive to the cafe, as Zuko walks in with Bookie. As Momo sees Izuku, as she's trying not to stare at the scar. She spent enough time with Shota that knows not to stare at things like that. So she stares mostly at Izuku's green eyes when she looks at him. As Izuku sits down, as the waitress asks what he wants, as water will be, green tea, please. As the waitress gets the rest of the orders, she comes back with the green tea. As Izuku calmly drink his tea for waiting for the discussion to finally start. As Mr. Yadarozu introduces Zuko to his daughter. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Yadarozu. Momo says fine. Very else. Nice to meet you, Momo. It's very nice to meet you, Zuko. As she shakes his hand. As he strikes a really familiar description. I forget the word. What's it called? Jesus, I'm forgetting words all over the place. As Momo sees a striking resemblance to the second-ranking hero, Inko. As she asks, "Do you are you related to the Midoriya clan?" No, I'm not, that I know of. I'm an orphan. Oh, I'm sorry. It's fine, alright, Momo. As Momo and Zuko get to know each other a little bit. So, Momo, what is your quirk? If you may I ask. She's like, it's creation. As Izuku wanted a deep, Zuko wanted, a better understanding. She's like, what's your quirk? It's called Red Dragon. Fire starts popping out of his hand. Fire, of course. As she's like, as she knows that most fire quirk users in Japan are not really, their quirks are not all that good. Outside the Todoroki family and the Midoriya clan. But she could tell that, how he did it. As he formed, a dragon out of fire. In his hand, a little dragon. Technically, my quirk is pyrokinesis. As he closes his hand, as the dragon vaporizes. How much combat experience do you have, Momo? Not really. I don't know. I have trainers, but I've never actually, been in a sparring session with anyone outside of my trainer. Very well. Would you like to, when are you free? As Momo's curious. Why? Well, you kind of need to work on our teamwork, and having a better understanding of where you're at would help us extremely. If this is some sort of 2-on-2 situation. And I'm well versed in hand-to-hand combat, so I could teach you a couple things. I've been training since I was a kid. That he has. That's Bookie. I can't keep this guy from not training if he's not doing his job, if he's not doing work, he's training half the time. Kid's pretty stubborn. Zuko just Zuko just looks at him and looks back at Momo. Zuko does know Japanese, so I'll get that out of the way. Yeah, he's bilingual, so he knows Russian and Japanese, and a little bit of German. As a couple men bust through the door, as they're speaking German, as they're firing the guns up in the air, trying to get everyone's attention. Mrs. Yaoruzu looks scared. Mrs. Yaoruzu looks scared, and then Mr. Yaoruzu looks at Bookie, as Zuko. Understood. I'll take care of it, sir. As he pushes the chair, as Momo, what are you doing? Taking out the trash. As the man's, put your hands up in the air. I want all your belongings up on its desk now. You. Empty the cash register. As the lady can't understand the look of it. God damn it. As he points the gun, points at her, and points at the register. As the lady understood what he wanted. As, sir, as the men were occupied trying to get everyone's belongings, as the man gets a tap on the shoulder. What? As he sees a fist, immediately fire starts bursting out of it as the man goes flying into the wall. Immediately, when all the men turn around, Zuko had several condensed fireballs, about the size of marbles, floating around his hand. As they shoot off. As Zuko was aiming for all their weapons, as they dropped off their weapons from the amount burning pain from being burned. As they all drop their guns, as Zuko rushes in there, straight up beats these guys down, as he sidekicks one guy to the side of the head, as he goes flying into a wall, as he jumps up, grabs the man's hair, and knees him in the face, as he palm strikes him into the ground using fire for more of the impact. As the man's out for the count, as the leader finally gets up, pulls out his gun. As he's about to shoot, as Zuko disappeared, as he flash stepped, as he grabs on the dude's arm, puts it behind his back, made him drop the weapon, kicked him in the back of the knee. As he placed his hand on his head, as he speaks in German, move, dipshit, and I'll fry you. You picked the wrong cafe to rob. Let's see how well skin works against fire, shall we? Immediately, they're all trying to leave as the firewall hits the door. I didn't say any of you could leave, did I? Bookie. As Zuko looks at the waitress, call the authorities. Yes, thank you. As she calls the authorities, as the cops arrive, as they get all the details. As they're looking past this because they had guns and he used his quirk for self-defense, so they gave him a stern warning. As there was no reason to call the heroes, the situation was well in hand. Zuko walks back to Mrs. Yaoruzu and Bookie and Momo, as Momo was surprised how good he was. As she's kind of looking forward to getting stronger, as he seems a lot from that brief display of how he fights. He seems very talented. She believes that she can learn a lot from From Zuko. Sorry, I totally forgot his name for a minute there. Yeah, my mind went blank for a second there for some reason, but yeah, let's continue forward. One as a few weeks has passed, as Zuko and Momo, he's begun working on her training and working on teamwork. A couple combinations for two of them to use at the tournament. As one of the maids come in, Miss Yarozu, you have visitors. As Momo's like, who? Your friends are here. As you have the Todoroki twins, Shoto Todoroki. I haven't used his name in a while. As you have Lulu Todoroki. As Shoto and Lulu rush over to Momo, as it's been a while. Sorry about not being able to appreciate in the tournament thing, Momo. As Lulu is giving the evil look to her brother. My brother wanted a teamwork with me and him. Sorry. I understand. What, sis? You're the only one that I'll be able to, work with. Who's the guy? As Zuko is just getting the equipment ready to be picked up. My apologies. Zuko, these are my friends, Shota and Lulu. As Zuko bows. Oh, if you don't need anything else, Momo, I'll be leaving. As Lulu's like, why don't you come and stay? Are you her new trainer? As, yes and no. I'm her, partner, I guess you would. I'm the person that's gonna help her win the tournament. As Shota looks at, Zuko. Is that so? That is correct. You're gonna have to get past me, because that tournament's mine. Well, dream all you want. It's not gonna happen. Who are you? Todoroki. Shoto. Todoroki. Zuko. No last name? No last name. Very well. I look forward to... I look forward to mopping you all around the arena ground. Zuko. I would love to see that. I would love to see that as well. But I'll be too busy looking above you while you're on the ground. As Shoto and Zuko have a smile on their face. As, they start laughing as the two girls sigh. You're not bad, Zuko. You're not bad yourself, Shota. But seriously, I am going to defeat you. Well, we'll see about that. What's your quirk, by the way, Zuko? Because my quirk is called Red Dragon. You could get the gist of it. Fire. Exactly. As the twins did notice the scar, as they're not going to bring it up because they kind of have it themselves. So, for different reasons than Izuku, but the scar is still there nonetheless. Well, short note, he wouldn't be able to repair the whole scar with a healing quirk, but yeah, he wants it there for as a reminder to never be helpless again. As we're going to continue forward now. But fair warning, Shoto. This is not my first tournament. What do you mean? I'm back in, Russia. I've been in a couple tournaments now and then. Zuko's downplaying that, but yeah, he's trying to get the point across. I suggest you bring your A game, Shota, because you're definitely going to need it. As they get up, as they walk outside to have some more dialogue. As Zuko is getting to know Shoto, and Shoto's getting to know Zuko. because he believes, the whole Scar thing, as he's wondering, like does he have a hatred of his father as well? As Shoto was shocked to find out that, yeah, Izuku doesn't know his parents. And and this is a tech, and he's on the payroll. Like, he was hired to be Momo's partner and trainer for this little Quirk Blast tournament. Normally, they wouldn't allow, because the age limit is usually about 16 to 17, but because of Shota and his twin sisters' potential, how powerful they are. Yeah, they overlooked that. Same with Momo from her family and Zuko. He got recommended by Mr. Yairozu himself. So he in this story, the Yairozu has a bigger role in the hero organization, so they have some pull. So yeah, they were easy to get Izuku accepted into this tournament. So they'll be fighting older kids. He'll go into the tournament like at 15, and there's these the people that are in the tournament are either 16 or 17. Oh, I said it was in a year. Let's just say the tournament is in at the end of middle school, so we could fix that right away. So we don't have thing that doesn't make sense. So yeah, so that's how that's going to go. So continue on. But seriously, man, thanks for helping Momo out in this. She's kind of been dead set on it, and I kind of put myself in the doghouse a little bit. Azuku's like, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, me and Momo, we're kind of arranged, being married, and my father's doing. But I won't get into that right now. Yeah, we really, it's not I don't like it's not like I don't like Momo. It's just I'm not comfortable with this whole arranged marriage thing, but Momo's okay with it. Surprisingly, all she told me that was like she's just glad it was me instead of some old man or some stranger. No problem, Shota. It's a job. I'm getting paid, so I'm going to do the. Sorry. I'm going to put my entire effort into it, like I do with every job. If you're worried about your fiance's safety, don't worry. Uh, these tournaments shouldn't be much of a challenge. I'm looking forward to our fight, though. As Zuko looks over to Shota. Agreed. As Shota's not gonna. He's not. Sorry. Shoto believes in Momo's capabilities, so she's not shy around. Like, she doesn't have that. She doesn't doubt herself. Like in canon, Shoto and her are a lot more closer in this story than they're in canon. So secretly, Shoto likes Momo. Momo, likes Shoto. So it's that whole, trope going on. So as you have Lulu and Momo are talking, so that's your partner. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. As Momo looks at Lulu. What do you mean by that? I mean, it's quite attractive. Good looking guy. As Lulu, don't even you dare. What? Considering you're going to marry my brother, I mean, he's up for grabs. As Lulu's just messing with Momo. As seriously, what type of person he is? As Momo's like, he's kind of serious at times, but he knows when to hold back during a training. I know he's been my process has been a slow, steady pace, but he's never once got angry or upset or impatient. I've seen so far of Zuko. He seems like a good guy. That's good. After all, I would have to kick his ass. As you know, Mama and them laugh. As Shota, as they, it seems like the boys are back. As they're walking, so how's your little chat go? As I see you two didn't kill each other. Shoto's like, me and Zuko? Nah, we're not. We're gonna save that for the tournament. As the Todoroki twins leave for today, as Izuku, Zuko begins putting away all the equipment. As he's cleaning the grounds after he's using equipment. I mean, they had placemats down and everything for practice. So Izuku's getting everything cleaned and sanitized and get ready for the next use tomorrow. As Zuko says goodbye to Momo, as he leaves, as he goes back to where he's staying at. As Izuku's walking to his little apartment complex that he rented out. As he hears as he finally gets to his part of the city. And it's about, he took a couple taxis and he finally get there as about 15 to 20 minutes later. He walked in, he's about to head to his apartment complex as he hears some yelling. As Zuko was curious of what that noise was. As he sees, someone getting beaten up badly. As there's a group of punks, a little bit older than Izuku, but not by much. As they all have the same uniform on, school uniform. As Izuku, happy, look he had, that suddenly disappeared as he have a stern Zuko, sorry, as he walks over to the guy, grabs him by the back of the head, as he slams him into a wall, as all his little goons look at him, look at their boss, or their leader. If I were you lot, I would beat it. Unless you want some of the Zuko treatment. As he immediately emits fire from his hand. As he sees a black-haired boy. It's Kirishima. Before he dyed his hair. As he looks over to the guys. As they all run. As they all threaten, this is not over, kid. We'll get you for this. As they run away. As Zuko's like maggots. As he reaches out his hand for Kirishima to grab it. As he helps him up. Come on, man, what's your name? Name's Kirishima, man. Thanks for helping me. No problem. My apartment's up here. Let's get you cleaned up first. They really did a number on you. Why didn't you, defend yourself, Kirishima? I was afraid. Afraid of what? I'm afraid I would hurt someone with my quirk. As he goes through, you idiot. Sit down, as Izuku gets the first aid kit, as he begins to patch up Kirishima. There was something on the news as Red Riot, as Kirishima got all jumped up about that. As Izuku knows. So what, you want to be a hero? As he's like, yeah, that's Red Riot's awesome. He's like my idol. I want to be exactly like him. And Zuko kind of laughs. Well, if you ever want to be, just like the mighty Red Riot, I suggest you get used to using your quirk. You got to get over this, this thing about being afraid. If you can't use your quirk, they won't accept you. You know this, right? Yeah, I know. How about this, man? On the weekends, meet me at my my apartment every Sunday. and I'll help you with that. Seriously, man? No problem. It's might as well. I'm helping another one out. Might as well help on another person out. It's no biggie. As I'm going to be stuck in Japan, so I might as well try to socialize with the general population. Don't need to be a don't no reason for me to be a hermit. As Izuku and Kirishima exchange contact information, as they agree upon certain days to train. As the weeks have gone past, as Izuku and Momo continue their training on top of him helping Kirishima with his quirk, increases his hardness by blasting fire at him. As from the impact, yeah, his Izuku's blast or Zuko's blast is extremely powerful just from the impact alone. He can Zuko's able to emulate a explosion, but not to the degree as Bakugo could. You have Kirishima breathing heavy on the beach as Zuko is staring on the ocean. As Kirishima's like, thanks for helping me, man. No problem, Kirishima. So why are you so hell-bent on getting stronger all of a sudden? Kirishima. Oh, I'm entering that that cork blast tournament after middle school. As Zuko looks at Kirishima, as Zuko gets a crooked grin. Well, I'll be seeing you there. As Kirishima's like, what? Oh yeah, I'm entering that tournament. You can't be serious, man. No, I'm completely serious. Come on, that's so unfair. And how is that unfair? You're like super powerful. I know that you are a lot more capable of what you've been showing me. Yeah, of course. I don't want to kill you, Kirishima. There's no point in me training you and blasting you to, burning you to a crisp. That would be considered manslaughter. Zuko's making fun of Kirishima. He's like, that's not funny, man. A little bit. As they both start laughing. As Kirishima looked at his phone. Crap. I forgot I was supposed to meet her. As Zuko's like, what's wrong? I was supposed to meet my friend, Mina. I'm in big trouble. As Zuko and Kirishima heard a voice, and damn straight you are. You're supposed to meet me an hour ago. As Zuko looks over, sees a pink girl, as her hands on her hips, as she's in the irritated face mode, as she has an irritated face at Kirishima. Kirishima's about to say something. Shut it. You can apologize later. Hi, I'm Mina Ashido. Kirishima's friend. So you're the guy I've been hearing all about. It's very nice to meet you. As Mina has a bright smile. As she's, just how Mina is. As it's nice to meet you, Mina. Name's Zuko. Out of curiosity, Mina, was it? Yes. Are you Kirishima's partner for this tournament? Yes, I am. And accordingly, I haven't been keeping an eye on him close enough because he's been training in secret. He's told me about you, but he never. I didn't really. Get it at time, but I find out you've been training without me. As Kirishima's like, sorry, I just kind of forgot. Yeah, of course you forget. If I didn't remind you, you would forget your own name. As very well, there's an easy way to fix this. This means what? Why don't you come with Kirishima during our training? Kirishima could tell you the schedule. It's very nice to meet you, Mina. I'll leave you two alone. See you around, Kirishima. As immediately when he left, he heard yelling. Yeah, Zuko's like, no, yep, I'm leaving now. As we're going to stop our episode off there. I hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. And I haven't decided on the ship just yet for this, so I have no idea at the moment. So I'm just getting things set up in case. So yeah, that's how we're gonna go. Hope you guys, you know what? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'll catch you in the next video, guys. All right, bye.